Hello folks, 104 checking in. I've had a bloody terrible journey up here today. Google Maps, wow. I guess the thing was trying to guide me around traffic jams and things, but in future I'll just go with the TomTom, or I'm going to use a really old Garmin sat nav that I've got in the car. I'd rather sit in the traffic than go the way she's just sent me. Heavens above. The lanes were literally foliage touching each side, and you just pray nothing's coming the other way. And sometimes it does. Oh, so I nearly stopped and cried at one point. And I don't break down easily and show emotion easily, but I nearly broke down and cried. Anyway, let's leave the negativity right where it is. Let's move on. And yeah, what a location. Now, see, last time we came here, superb route, main roads, apart from a little bit of narrow stuff towards the end as you come up to the actual location. Now, this place is ace. We've been here a couple of times, but I don't think I covered it too much in the videos. And I'm going to be doing, I'm up here by myself. It's more rehab to get the old belly down. I'm going to be doing radio stuff, walking, and my usual cooking. I have got the 0% wine, I'm afraid, Mr. Simon. I know we don't have many enjoyments left in life once we get into certainly our mid 50s, but I have brought rather a nice whiskey, so it's not a dead loss. And yeah, what else can you do, really? So happy days. Anyway, let's get on with the reveal. Right, I'm pleased to say that I'm going to be hanging up the car keys for the whole week. I don't plan on not going anywhere at all in the vehicle. Driving is an absolute swine these days, and I don't like it. Even my windscreen washer's packed in on the way. So first job is to try and get them working, and somehow I have. I think there's a minor blockage in a pipe. Anyway, without further ado, look at this place. It is absolutely superb. So you're sort of looking at, oh, you're thinking, oh, camping pod again, camping pod. But yeah, okay, I'll show you a bit more of that in a moment. But just have a look at the view. Have a look at the location. My giddy aunt, look at it. Looking right over there towards the Brecon Beacons. A few of the places I've climbed up in the past. Then the sort of bit of a flat plain there. And I'm up near the Radnor Forest in mid Wales. So, wow. Lovely bit of walking up through there. Been up to some good places up there. And I could be going up there again. And up over there is part of the forest itself. And as you just go around there, I think you can see Clee Hill and the Malverns and all that type of stuff. I'm up about 1,300 feet, I think, here. So, wow, just look at it. One other cabin for rent up there. Place is called Hush Hush Glamping. Not sponsored in any way, but credit where credit's due. They do put together a lovely little cabin. And yeah, let's take you in. I did pop in for a wee because I was busting. So I have seen it inside already. And each time we've come up here, it's been completely, everything inside is sort of, all the bedding, everything, it's all different. The decor's been changed. So whereas that looks like pretty much standard sort of camping pod material there, let's have a look around the front. Then I'll show you inside. Have a look at this, folks. Look at that, eh? Wow. Cracking place to sit outside. Fire pit, barbecue. It looks like solar lights there. We shall see when it gets dark. Chimney gives you a clue what's inside. I don't know what that is. Looks like a rug, perhaps for when you sit outside and when it gets chilly. Don't know. Double doors. So let's go in. Let's find the light switch. That's not it. Let's find the light switch again. that is it. Right, start off in that corner then. Little unit there. TV there. Basket sort of got a feminine sort of affair there. I've got a DAB radio in there and some local information. Towels made up like a 5-star hotel. Bed made up like a 5-star hotel. Window out the back there. We came here at Christmas before and they'd even put up some little Christmas trimmings. It really is. Attention to detail is superb. Mirror. Those little lights there, look. Oh no, they are electric, so just a little bit of ambient lighting there. Little sort of, well, 2 skinny people could get on that, or one person with a big fat ass could get on there. Rug, a few snacks and a bottle of something on that little table there. They even supply a telescope so you can look out across the wonderful views. Bag of firewood, and there's a little wood burning stove in behind there. Now that is toasty warm even in the middle of the winter. It's quite hot in here, so I'm going to air it out a bit, let some air in here. It's not needing air in, it's just let the heat out. That's what I should have said. But that'd be too hot to run that unless for some reason it goes cold. But yeah, I can vouch that that is toasty warm. Talking of toasters and toastiness, got a toaster there, microwave, plates, pots, pans, 2, I think that's single ring, induction hobs, and a fridge. Okay, little tiny Belfast sink, more utensils, kettle. Look at it, absolutely ace. Look at it, it is literally recycling bins. They've even got sea salt under there, look, and pepper. Wow. And for us introverts who don't like going to communal facilities, walk-in shower, little sink, little cupboard under the sink, proper loo, and a heated towel rail, which I shall make sure is switched off because it is quite warm here today. So wow, what about that then, guys? How about that? That is my superb location. I don't care what the weather does. This is great in all sorts of weathers. It's lovely. And yeah, right, I'm going to get set up. I've got an easy meal to go in the microwave tonight, and then a little bit more extravagant stuff as we move through the week. Okay. Oh, I couldn't resist in the end, so sat out on the deck with a glass of my wonderful 0% alcohol wine, and I chucked a little fire together in there. I'm not going to have a great big fire, obviously, because the whole place is made out of wood. I know there's a big slate underneath the fire pit, but I wouldn't want flames leaping sort of 6 feet in the air. So it's one log at a time type job in that fire pit. But jolly nice it is all the same. Makes all the difference to an environment to have, especially if you're on your own. So there we are. So nice little fire starting kit they included as well. So tip top. Right, like I said, tomorrow I'm going to take my lightweight bag with me, and I'm just going to hoof it up round to the first peak I know from last time. Good 620 meters up. So yeah, that's that really windy one, if you ever saw that really windy video I did from a trig point. So yeah, that's the plan for tomorrow. But tonight it's now wine and one tot of Lafroig whiskey, my favourite. And the old Blood Moon has pretty much turned white now. When it first came up, it was wow, never seen the like of it, to be honest. But there we go. That's another story. It's about 6 o'clock in the morning. I got a tendency to wake up for several hours every night now. I don't know why. I will be going back to bed again. It's holiday at the end of the day. But I looked out the window and it's a lovely morning, and there's a phenomenon called the dragon's breath this morning. It's a mist that just resides at the bottom of the valleys in the morning sometimes. There it is. Lovely morning. I must admit, I'm not an early riser generally, and I don't often see the early morning. Lovely. Hello folks, right, I'm up properly now. Just having a few coffees, and then I shall get in that shower, and then I shall do a few jobs, have some lunch, have some dinner, and then I shall hopefully be going for a sort of recce walk, a fitness testing walk up to the first peak that I know up there. So yeah, just lightweight kit, and yeah. Anyway, it's going to be really hot this week apparently, which is a shame. So I hate the summer. I've got the wrong body type to dissipate heat, as opposed to these sort of really tall, lanky, 6 foot plus sort of people. I'm exactly the same size as a Neanderthal man. There's a bird there. There's probably rare birds, but I don't even know what I'm looking at. I don't know what that is, but it's a big one. Look at that. That's proper kestrels or something like that. I don't know. All I know is seagulls, really, blackbirds. Seagulls I know a lot because we live down by the sea. And not a lot else other than that, apart from those bloody crows down at Durdledore. Those rooks. I was pretty good with those sort of birds. Sparrow, you hardly see a sparrow around these days. It used to be in abundance when I was young. Same as butterflies, you rarely see butterflies around anymore. So there we are. Things have changed as far as the environment is concerned since my youth. But that's another story. I'm rambling as usual, but this is my channel for rambling. If you don't like the musings of an old man, then other videos are available. Anyway, there's the coffee. Say I don't dissipate heat very well. I don't like hot weather, but there you are. You've got to be adaptive in these situations. So I should take plenty of fluids. I've got some of those tablets, the mineral replacement tablets. Otherwise, if you lose lots of minerals as you sweat, you'll end up getting bloody cramp, and that is certainly not when you're out walking, because that can pretty much disable you if you're caught out and you get a severe case of cramp. I get that sometimes in long grass. If if you tramp through long sort of grass, I'll get it somewhat rotten, so I tend to stick to the paths anyway at the best of times. Anyway, there's those alpacas out there. Just had a great night last night, just sat out on a patio. Let's have a quick slurp of that coffee. Oh, I've got to put any sugar in it. Can't even do that right. Yeah, great night with a little fire pit going. Came in about 11 o'clock, I think. Plugged my Chromecast. I bring everything with me. Plugged my Chromecast in. Home from home, really. Internet-wise, I say, I don't. There is a router. It's actually the same router as I've got, with a SIM card in it for internet access. I'd like to, at least in the first instance, set up my own internet and use my own kit throughout. Then it is something I can replicate, hopefully, wherever I go. So I found the best signal for the phone that I use, my Samsung phone. I tether that as a hotspot, and it's just on that gate post there. So I've got a waterproof cover on the top, and I've got that powered with my homemade power bank. So let's see how long that lasts. That'll be an interesting exercise. Actually, I might do it this week if it's going to be sunny. In fact, I will. I've got my solar powered jobby. Yeah, I think I'll do that. I'll set up the solar powered one and see if it will run that for the rest of the week. That'll be an interesting exercise. I'm pretty sure I got it in the car. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to do a few jobs, bit of tidying up. Got to tidy up the car a bit. It's sort of like a home from home, really, with walking. So there we are. Anyway, that's enough rambling. I'm going to drink that coffee, get myself sorted out, and then don't know. I'll see. It's quite breezy, so I don't think it's too hot. But what you've got to watch in breezy weather, you get sunburnt to buggery, and you don't realise it's happening. So I will make sure I put the sunblock on. Otherwise, I'm going to look like a lobster for the rest of the duration of this trip and beyond. Well, nothing flamboyant for lunch today. Quick and easy. Wholemeal rolls and a bit of bacon. So that will fuel me up for the walk this afternoon. Now, hopefully I'll get some radio stuff done this week. Not on this channel, but look on the other one. I did hear Owl, I think it's Tango Charlie 101, on channel 33 from the car. Well, I couldn't get back to him. So perhaps if I manage to put up a bigger antenna or get up on the hills this week with ordinary FMCB 27 megahertz, I might be able to land Owl there in the radio. So anyway, I'm going to crack on with these rolls, stuff my face. I got some chores to do, and then get ready, really get out and walk. And I know it's probably a little bit meat orientated today, but hopefully I'll get back and do a mixed grill, because I got some stuff that's been in the freezer at home. It's thawed out now, so I better not push me luck and leave it lingering in the fridge for too long. So mixed grill tonight, guys, and yeah, that'll be the sort of carrot that's dangled in front of me to get me back off the hills in a timely and efficient manner. These alpacas here, look. Nice white one there, look. A fluffy grey one there. That'd probably make a nice rug, actually, wouldn't it? I jest. But yeah. Keep putting it off, but I need to get myself sorted out here and get on up that hill. Otherwise, I'm going to talk myself out of it and not go. So it is a walking holiday at the end of the day, and that's what I'm here to do. Okay, folks, sort of sat out on the patio now. So yeah, the introvert in me is saying, "Stay home, son." And I'm having a bit of an internal dialogue with myself about when to go, but certainly introvert is winning out at the moment, in as much as I won't walk up through that field with the combine harvester going. It's a proper walking route, but that's just the way the mind works. And also the people up there, they do have a jacuzzi up there, and I've got to be mindful that I don't walk past there when they're sort of butt naked getting in and out of their jacuzzi. They might not realise it's a walking route, so I don't want to leave it too late, and I don't want to go yet because the combine harvester. It's nuts, I know, it's nuts, but it's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. Anyway, I didn't realise, talking of internal dialogues, I didn't realise that not everyone thinks the same way. I have an internal dialogue, as in I literally question and answer myself on pretty much everything. Other people have a monologue, which means they're sort of just talking to themselves, so to speak. They don't answer themselves. And other people don't have any internal dialogue at all, or monologue at all. They just sometimes they're not thinking about anything. I'm always thinking about something. I didn't realise that some people are literally not thinking about anything at times. I didn't realise that. I found out that quite recently. Anyway, as I'm sat here, I'm thinking, look at that sun up there. It's bright white. When I was a kid, it was bloody orange. It was like an egg. Although egg yolks aren't very orangey these days, are they? Unless you buy the expensive organic-y ones. But yeah, if you look at a drawing that a kid had done years ago at school, infant school, junior school, whatever, they draw the sun orange, or at least a yellowy colour. They wouldn't draw it bright white like that. That is, honestly, yeah, strange. I think some people would say that it's fake. Some people would say the thing is fake, and they've gone from like a sodium type light in the sky to an LED light in the sky. But there we go. I was thinking about that the other day, actually. I was thinking about it just now. The flat earther type people. Why don't they just crowdfund together and book a space tourist type flight or something with Richard Branson, Elon Musk, whatever, and put that to bed once and for all? But that's another story. Anyway, let's carry on my internal dialogue argument with myself. But certainly I won't go up there until that combine harvester has shut down for the evening. If it doesn't shut down for the evening, I'll get out early tomorrow before the sun really starts blazing down. It's about 1.7 kilometers, I think, to the place I want to go. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, folks, mushrooms there, starting to look a bit sort of soggy, so I'm going to cook that lot up in one go. Same with all that lot, 3 sausages, 2 burgers and a piece of steak. I'll do that with a fried egg, and it'll be a bit of a mixed grill. And then I shall consult my internal dialogue and decide whether to go out this evening walking or stay behind, do all the washing up, and get an early night and prepare for tomorrow. So we will see which one wins out. There we go, not my usual standard, I must admit, but I had to throw it together. So there we are, 0% alcohol, wine again unfortunately, and mushrooms, 2 burgers, 3 sausages, fair sized piece of steak and an egg. Not too bad. Probably normally I'd have had baked beans with it and probably some bacon, maybe even some spam, but that's for another day. Well, mixed grill was divine. It attracted these things over. Not allowed to feed them, by the way, because they may suffer an adverse reaction to human food, so to speak. But I reckon there's nobody in that cabin up the way there. I think the car that just went up there was just to get it ready for the next occupant. So I reckon I'm going to go for it tonight, guys. Don't think because I'm like introverted, a bit shy, don't mean I'm like a coward or something, because I'll go up the top of mountains and stuff like that in the dark and stay there for days. It's just, I don't know, it's hard to describe. Very brave in some ways, very timid in others. Pretty much always been that way. And Well, that's just life, innit? Everyone's different. Anyway, got these things hanging around here now. I don't know if they spit like camels, but I ain't gonna wait too close and find out. Looks a bit camel-y, doesn't it? Got long necks on them and stuff. There's a nice one there, look. It's like a cat-like body with a long neck and a sheep or a goat's head. So there we are. Yeah, I don't think there's anybody in up there, so I'm going to get ready and I'm going to hit those hills. Okay, progress is good. So I'm just going through another gate now that takes me up over some forestry track. So yeah, there's no driving really on forestry tracks generally, unless it's something that's run by the Forestry Commission or whatever the equivalent is. And it's a shame because the forestry tracks are really nice and easy to drive on, even a two-wheel drive. But you know what would happen if they open it up to all and sundry. There'll be fly tipping, there'll be people setting fire to the woods, there'll be illegal camping where they just leave a great big pile of rubbish, mattresses and all the rest of it. So that ain't going to happen. So yep, it is not legal to come up these forestry tracks unless you know the right people, get certain permissions or whatever. Anyway, I have noticed there has been an erosion of freedoms. I used to be able to drive a lot more routes in 4x4s years ago, but a lot of those have been taken away. It's sort of a shame because green laning and illegal 4x4 use is two completely different things. They're two completely different things. Now, if you belong to the Green Lane Association, it's really strict. It's just about 3 or 4 vehicles recommended in convoy, 4 miles per hour, stick to legitimate byways, etc., etc. And those people get sort of lumped in with the type of people that just rip it up the side of a mountain or do handbrake turns on somebody's playing field. Two completely different people and types of people. Same goes for the motorbike guys. There's the ones that go on the legal byways, and there's the ones that just rip over every beauty spot, revving 13 colours of shit out of their engines. Trouble is, when you go after people and you don't sort of differentiate, there's always a good chance they're going to come after you next. Now, when I was over Penavon Way a couple of years ago, probably more than that actually, I saw signs up now, no mountain biking. And I've seen some places cordoned off to walkers even. So there we go. I've even seen sometimes they're saying you're not allowed to go up there in certain weather conditions. They're closing them off for public safety reasons. So you just got to be a bit careful what you moan about sometimes, because if you're successful in disposing of one of the things you don't like, there's a very good chance they'll come after you next. And I have to say, when I go walking over these places, I've done 4x4, I've never been a motorbiker, but I've done 4x4 a little bit, Strata, Florida, etc. And obviously I've done a lot of walking. I have noticed that most of the erosion to these locations is by footfall. Look at Beacon Batch. That's not two-wheel track, that's one track that's been eroded deep into the ground like a scar by footfall. So you have got to be careful what you wish for when you're trying to eradicate your opponent, so to speak, from the countryside. Anyway, let's crack on. I've got to go through there, walk up a forestry track, which is perfectly legal, and then up there, and then there's a peak up there, and it's along a bit further to get to that trig. Okay. Just stopped off to rehydrate. It's better to rehydrate rather than get dehydrated and try and recover. It's better to stop yourself getting dehydrated rather than get dehydrated and then try and recover from that. So it's preventative that you take on fluids. Anyway, as I'm gathering height, can't be far off 2,000 feet now. Penavon and Corndee have come into view. Plus, I reckon there's a little bit of the old Van Berghenog sticking up there, the westernmost part of the what's formerly known as the Brecon Beacons. I would have said they changed it to Blano something or other. I would have said ask the people of Wales whether they wanted it changed, not just impose the change because they felt it was necessary. Ask the people of Wales. But yeah, I don't think certain people are too favourable of letting the people decide. So that's what I would have said about that name change. I don't really care. But I would have said let the people decide whether they wanted it changed rather than some PR company do it for them. Anyway, that's another matter. As you can see, the forest now, apologies if there's any wind noise, the forest now is quite a long way beneath me, so it seems high, but when you get up higher you're looking down on the cabin by quite some way. Not to take anything away from that, mind, it's just that's the way it is. You don't realise how the lie of the land is until you get up above it. Anyway, I'm pretty sure I'm looking straight forward to Titterstone Clee Hill over there. I think when it was a little bit clearer just now I could make out, I think I can still make it out, the radar thing on the top. So yeah, I'm slap bang in between it. There's a peak up over there which is a Sota peak, and that one's 650. We can get to a place called Old Mixon where there's a transmission tower. That's 640. It's only 10 metres less, and I think the place I'm going tonight is about 620, so pretty high up in relation to the surrounding landscape. Amongst the highest points in Mid Wales. I should know what that is through there, but I don't. So there we go. So if I was to set up a radio up here this week, then I think it'd be pretty damn good. But I'm going to try a couple of shouts in on 446 back to my missus, see if she can hear me. But I think it's about 90 kilometres away, and our home location is only just above sea level, so I very much doubt she'll be able to hear me at all. Right, I can see that mound now with a trig on it. That would have been some sort of care and burial mound, I'm pretty sure. I'm glad to say I've been out of that relentless bright white light of sunshine. Even now it's still got a lot of power at 20 minutes past 7 PM. Anyway, let's get up to that one, and that's as far as I'm going to go today, and toddle off back to the cabin to sort a few things out down there and then plan out the rest of the week. Okay folks, this is my scene, Camera's struggling for focus because it's getting dark. Anyway, I'm off the top now. I'm going to get a wriggle on back to base station. I'm out of that damn sun now, it's gone down thankfully. This is my time of day, this is what I absolutely love. You can hear the euphoria in my voice, so to speak. Sense of achievement, blah blah blah. So let's get back, get that fire pit going. I will, I think, just put a tea towel over the top of the washing up, and I'll do that in the morning. Let's get back and enjoy the base station as a reward. Maybe just one tot of the old Lefroy, and that's me done for today. Right, I'm back at the cabin. Came back, it was almost pitch black actually, but got the fire pit going, which seems a little odd seeing I've been trying to escape from heat all day and I go and create some, but different kettle of fish. It's nice and breezy, just about the right temperature out here on the veranda patio, call it what you will here. I've got a glass of my fake wine there, my zero alcohol wine. To be honest, you might as well just refill the bottle with blackcurrant juice, it tastes the same. But it's a psychological thing more than anything. As I said before, it does go quite well with food. But I do have that Lafroig whiskey. I only had the one last night, and that was enough for me. So that's pleasing. That's pleasing. It's almost like it's breaking the habit now. So I've got away from beer pretty much completely. Got away from cider pretty much completely. And now, really, it's just that drop of whiskey. I'm a little bit weak as far as whiskey is concerned. Weak-willed, I should say. And it doesn't take much for me to have one tot, and that turns into 3 or 4. Or whiskey and soda's vicious for me as well, because it doesn't taste all that strong. And before you realise it, you've drunk half a bottle of bloody whiskey. You've drunk half a litre of bloody whiskey. Anyway, there we are. We all have our faults. None of us are perfect, although a lot of people on the internet pretend they are. But that's a different story. I've had a good afternoon and evening, and yeah, it's been great to have that little bit of reset in confidence, reset in so many ways. So so far, so good. I don't know if that red moon is coming up again tonight. I'll have to wait and see, but at least I know what it is this time, instead of thinking it's Armageddon. But there we are. Anyway, catch you on tomorrow. Hello folks, right, slightly less glamorous side to coming away on holiday. I do believe in sort of keeping standards up, make the bed up every day, keep standards up, keep fairly tidy. And I must admit, I have lapsed somewhat on doing the washing up. Came back from the walk yesterday, and I looked at all the leftover crocs from my mixed grill, and just put a tea towel over it for last night. So I've got to get that done. I'll get that done. So yeah, I'm pretty domesticated. So yeah, walk last night was successful. The initial walk out in the sun was horrendous. So I'm going to learn from that. That really I do need to go out towards the end of the day, dusk. Next walk planned is through the woods. So I'll probably be able to get out a bit earlier, because obviously the woodland will provide a lot of shade from that piercing sun that really done for me on the way up to that trig point last night. So I'm going to do that. I'm not going to do much as far as a big walk today, because it's more of a recce to see if I can find the route through the woods, and I'll plan it out to get me up to that transmission tower at Old Mixon. So I'd like to get up there, and then perhaps later on in the week go lightweight again. So I'm hoping to do some radio up at that high point tomorrow. Maybe later on in the week, Thursday, Friday, I think it's going to cool down a little bit. I might try and get over to that higher peak, whose name escapes me. It's only about 10 metres higher, but it looks like a good walk, and that's what I'm here for. So they are very hot today. To say the least. It's not my type of weather, but such is life. I would prefer some autumn weather, but that is to come. Now I might show you a few things that I've started doing on the car to prepare it for some car camping coming up probably late September, October. It's all ready actually. I just need to set it up, but I'll show you a couple of things that I've added that will pave the way for that. Now the solar thing, not an epic fail, but a sort of fail. What I really needed to do is give it a proper test, is to allow that little funny looking power bank to charge up fully before I started running the router, aka my tethered phone, from it. So I'm just letting that charge up completely. Did all stay up all overnight, mind, but it did drop over onto the phone battery sooner than I would have hoped, and it hasn't recovered as quickly as I would have hoped in the direct sunshine this morning. So I'm letting it charge up without any load on it. and then we'll give it another try. But it's pretty good. It's pretty good. But just want to give it a fair crack of the whip. Then I know its capabilities. Right, I'm going to crack on with this array of washing up and do something for dinner, and then decide what I'm going to do for tea. Now it's probably going to be something more slow cooked, because as I say, I'm not planning on doing a very big walk tonight. It's pretty much around the cabin, so I've got a load of videos to go through. Otherwise I'm going to run out of memory space, and it's Wednesday and I'm here until Sunday morning. Right, what we've got tonight is what I've got. There's nobody else here but me. Maple pork belly slices, or maple pork belly slices. They look rather nice. So I'm going to be putting them in the old pan. Obviously take them out the packaging first, yeah? And Korean barbecue rice, okay? It's done in the microwave job. So microwave's here, might as well use it. 2 servings, yeah, right. And I haven't got my glasses on. I'm new, it says there. And it says limited edition. Limited edition. It makes me feel special, that. It makes me feel really special. So that's going in. They're going in. And that is going to be my nose bag, my grub for tonight. I reckon this non-stick pan can take these without any oil. They're going in dry, man. Should have broke them up a bit more in the packet, actually. Yeah. Right, let's cut one of those in half and see if it's done. Cut that in half because he's going to paint. Yeah, that's done. Okay. Gonna lay them out over the top. I can't be bothered to be too fancy tonight. Unfortunately, got the sweet chilli sauce. I reckon that would have gone nice with this. Yeah, that's nice. Okay. And there we go. A quick sample of what it tastes like right here, right now. And then I'll have to have a bit of mayo or tomato sauce with it. It's the rice like first of all. Nothing to write home about, it's alright. What's this pork like? I actually quite like that. I like that. That pork's nice. Right, Tuesday night I'm out again. This time a bit of a short recce. I've been quite busy all day doing various things. So I thought I'd just recce up through here because it's a track that's shown on the site map as walking. But that's quite a walk up through. It's very... I don't think many people walked up here recently. That's if I'm on the right... I am on the right track because I can actually see emblems around to say they are tracks. But there's one that forks off somewhere. I haven't found that yet. I'm not going to stay much longer because it'll be dark. And I haven't come up this way before. So I'm just going to recce because I hopefully will get out a bit later on in the week with some radio kits and see what I can do with that. In the meantime, I will carry on just exploring this area and try and get the lie of the land. I've got the GPSs running so I can plot a trace. Yeah, bloody humid still though, but not as bad as last night. Whew. Right, get the maximum beam on this thing. Two tracks actually just merged into one, so I just kept going up the forestry track. It was very humid still, so I thought keep walking till 8:30 and just turn around. Then I can retrace my steps on the map then. So yeah, not much to report, so I'm just going to go back to the pod. Hello folks, right, I think it's Wednesday today. These wise fellows are under the tree for some shade. Hot today, it's the hottest day of the year apparently. I don't want hot days, cooler days, so I go out walking. I'm still going to go somewhere, probably with a radio today if I can get my act together. So keep an eye on my other channel for that element of it. But yeah, it's going to be the hottest day of the year. Obviously going to be less temperature wise up in the mountain here. It's about 1300 feet up, etc. So it's probably going to be, I don't know, 27 degrees or something. So yeah, not that bad compared with I think the highest heat I've ever experienced is about 46 over in the Far East, and that was with humidity. So that's bloody terrible. It's terrible. Anyway, that's another story. Let's go and get the coffee on. Okay folks, I won't bore you with it again, but I'm going to do some bacon rolls. Last two rolls, better use them up before they go stale or mouldy. And well, I know it's the hottest day of the year, but I'm here to walk and that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm going to prepare myself. I'm hoping to do some radio stuff today, so keep an eye out for that on the other channel. And yeah, I know where I'm going to go. Make sure I've got sunblock on, walk very slowly, and hopefully everything will be Okay. So yeah, let's crack on with these, and I'll check in later on. Okay, I've been up here doing my radio stuff this afternoon. You can see that footage on my 104's UKCB TV channel. It's a vicious walk up here in the sun. I've just slapped on a load of sunblock again now. Doesn't seem to be as bad as the other night though. It's supposed to be a hotter day, but there we go. I've been lying around in a load of bloody red ants here. They seem to be disappearing a bit, the flying ants. There's a load of blue ass flies, like blue bottle flies, and there's a few wasps around as well. So tip flaming top. But yeah, what a fantastic location. So you'll see all the radio stuff on the other channel if you're interested. But over there is some sort of ammunition testing facility. A lot of it's cordoned off. I can hear they've been testing. You can hear it down in the cabin very slightly. There's the old Mixon transmission tower. Some wonderful terrain. A little bit hazy today. I could see a lot more the other night. I'm going to get the little 446 radio out as well in a minute, so keep an eye out for that. Believe it or not, I came up here and did a test the other night. I know I'm on the wrong channel for this, but my missus couldn't hear me, but I could hear her, which is absolutely astounding really from here. So great location, obviously over in the Brecon Beacons. I'm probably 200 meters higher sometimes, or at least 180 meters higher, but this has got a good signal path. This is what it's all about for me. Doesn't really interest me being sat indoors really. This is, I get away. Every problem I got in the world seems to be a million miles away when I'm out on these sort of places. Builds up my confidence. Sometimes I have to break myself in order to rebuild myself, like a reset button, if you know what I mean. It's just me. I don't want to go on tablets and all this type of stuff, but I'm a chronic sufferer from anxiety. Always have been. Always been a bit shy, loner, and all the rest of it. And now and again I just have to do this type of thing to reset, and it does bloody work, believe me, for me anyway. Okay, so I think I'm running out of card, so you've seen the way back from here. I think later on in the week I will either come up through the forest to the old Mixon transmission tower and walk across this way, maybe tomorrow night, or I'll come up this way and walk across there and go down through the forest. I think what I'll do, I'll come up through the forest to that, and then across to here, because if it's getting dark or something, I know my way back easily from here. So we'll go for that maybe tomorrow. So I'm up here for the exercise as well as the radio, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. Okay, cheers all from the top of, I'll annotate, there is a name for this. It escapes me at the moment, but the top of Mid Wales, top of Mid Wales. Okay, all done, all done. Not even a buttock print to see where I was sat there. So yeah, I will leave no trace whatsoever here upon my departure. Please don't leave crap lying around, really. Just gets these places closed off to everyone else. So if you do leave crap and rubbish and dog poo in bags lying around, then I'm sorry, but you're a bell end. But for the rest of us, LNT, leave no trace. And if you do spot a little bit of rubbish, like a Coke tin or something like that, and you've got room for it, take it back with you. Leave it better than you found it. What more can you do than that? Because once places get ruined, then there's always a chance they're going to get closed off, as have many other places become closed off over the years. Anyway, more radio to come this week, base station stuff from the cabin, and maybe some more stuff from the hills. So yeah, 104 checking out for today. Okay folks, right, I'm back from the hills. No sunburn, nothing like that, look of it, which is great. So happy days there. Pretty knackered. I didn't want anything too heavy or too difficult to do tonight for a grub. I found a piece of steak that I forgot I had left over from the mixed grill the other night. I got some salad stuff, and I got a tin of potatoes somewhere. So yeah, I'm going to do that, nice and simple, and then I'm going to prepare a curry, a madras curry with some lamb. I'd rather do it tonight. I don't want to leave it go off. So nice bit of lamb, madras curry. Prepare it tonight, and then all I got to do when I come off the hills tomorrow is warm it through. I think tomorrow's going to be my last big hill walk, and then we're into Friday night, Saturday night. I think I'll just set up my little radio station here and call into a couple of nets I think I can get to from here. So I've done some good walking. So another big one tomorrow. I reckon I'll be pretty much there as far as what I wanted to achieve. Anyway, I'm going to get on with this. I'm not going to bore you too much with it. I just want to get some grub down me. I am absolutely starving and knackered too. Oh, mucking about. I've got time to muck about. What do you see? Temp. Okay. Oh. Smells jolly nice. Right. That will be on for about an hour, and just finish it off tomorrow. So progress is okay. Bloody sun's burning through though. Damn thing. Right, that's the way I'd usually go. That's the way I'll be coming back. I'm going to go up there. No sign of any active login operations at the moment. As a walker, I'm allowed to walk up these things. You're not allowed to drive off them or ride a motorbike or anything like that without prior permission. But those logs look like they've been there for ages and the signs are all faded. I don't think it's been very active for quite some time. So I'm going to walk up through there. There's a couple of forks in the track I need to keep an eye out for. But hopefully it'll bring me out on the road to the transmission tower itself. I can break out, not literally, but break away from the track there, go across country and down into a valley and meet up with that trig point that you're all too familiar with. So that's the plan. Let's see how we get on. I'd love to go exploring all these disused and semi-disused forestry tracks. That old Vitara of mine would have pissed up over through that. It's only lightly modified, but it's very capable. Looks like some slate, mining of some description around here. Sometime. Fair bit of it too. You can see where your roof tiles come from. Look, I guess this wasn't considered worth knocking about with, but look, that's how you get your roof tiles and all that. Look. So there we are. Anyway, I can see that transmission tower up there now, so I'm heading in the right direction. Right, I was looking on the mapping earlier on, and I think this is where, well, I know it is. I got to keep going straight on. I keep left, and that looks like a nice little road down into the depths of the forest proper. That's proper forest over there, look. I don't like the forest very much. Bloody ticks and no visibility. Easy to get lost. At least on this sort of, well, I can't really call it a forest, what I came up through then. But nice air, lovely air, and all the rest of it. Bit of variety there in the trees and the foliage. Yeah, but that's a nice little run down through there. It's a shame, I think the Kielder forest up north, I think they open up the forest tracks. I think it'd be great to have some just trundle around, no mud plug-in or anything like that. I'd love to trundle around these forest tracks legitimately. It'd be nice, it'd be nice. You got the Cumcarn forest, but that's all very very nice. But it's all tarmac roads and prepared car parks. I'd love to have a trundle around something like this. It'd be great, but unless you know differently, I don't know anything much as far as being able to legally access these tracks. Perhaps I could get a part-time job or something. I don't know. Inspecting the roads or litter picking. I'd do a litter picking run just to get access to this. Happily do a litter picking run. So if anybody knows anybody, Forestry Commission, whatever, happy to come up with some sacks, do a litter picking run in exchange for being able to legitimately gain access to places like this. Yeah, that anything. Anybody knows anybody? I'd love a trundle around, get a little Suzuki Jimny or that little Vitara I had before, put some AT tyres on it, just for puncture reasons, really. That's anything. My two-wheel drive come up here easy. It's just that some of these sort of slaty type stones would cut through the road tyres a little bit too easily for my liking. But yeah, let me know. Drop me a DM, as they say. Right, there we are. I can see that trig point I've been before, and the tower. So there we go. It's all locked off actually, but I'll climb over the fence because that there, that's actually a marker to say it's pedestrian access, look. So bollocks to you lot, like everyone else, I'm going to climb over that fence. I'll put a style in, you can't just block off stuff like that. Do one. Do one. Right, let's get out of here. It's quite boring, this one. It's a bit like Wine Vath. Black Mountains, that's boring and featureless. The better peak is the one opposite, where I tend to go there more often. Same over there, I guess that's going to be pretty featureless, flat and featureless. In the winter it's going to be boggy. But on the way over there, there's some nice views down into a valley. So hopefully I'll get some better footage that way. So yeah, I just consulted my other GPS, and it is saying 6:43, which is about right because I'm holding the sat nav or GPS about 3 foot off the ground, whereas the other one, E-Trax, that needs calibrating. In fact, I might do that now actually. Yeah, I think I'll do that now before I move on. Had a quick stroll around a bit further just to see if that featureless summit had more to offer, and it was as boggy as hell, so I was thinking, no way man, there's that trig point up there. I've been a little bit further around. There's quite a nice valley you can see down through there. It's jolly nice. And when I come up here again, I got a couple more hours. It's an easy route actually. Just follow this path. If I can get the stick in, it's just round there. Along there, look. Along there, and there's the trig point there. That's only 10 metres higher, but I guess that's fairly featureless. I don't know what's on the other side. This isn't the easy route up, but easy routes are boring routes, aren't they, generally? Who wants to take the normal route, the easy route, the shortest route? Shortest route maybe, because that might be straight up the side of something. But I like the meandering, convoluted route. That's my type of route. So there we are, some sort of signpost over there. I think once you start dropping down into that mine, you're starting to get in to the boundaries of that testing facility. So you got to be careful. But yeah, it's nice up here actually. The sort of heather, the heathland, all that type of thing. I love these lone trees that have decided to be the loner. You can see which way the prevailing wind goes on that poor devil, can't you? Anyway, there we are. So I'm going to go back up to that trig, and I'm going to head off across to that other peak and then back down for my lamb curry, Madras curry. Things like that make me wonder. There's some writing on it. Somebody's come up here once and bashed that post into the ground. There must have been good reason for it. A reason probably long forgotten. Probably the person that bashed it into the ground is dead and long forgotten also. But I'm going to try and get across to that and see if I can make out what those letters say. Sure, it says something on it. Okay, I made it over to that piece of wood that's been put in the ground at some point in the past, and yeah, those letters, amazing. Must have been somebody looking into the future or something. They actually say 104, go home, not welcome. No, it doesn't. That was just fungus. That wasn't letters. That's just fungus that looked a bit like an A and something from a distance. But there was something nailed to the top there. Long since forgotten what that was, I'm sure. But there we go. There's that piece of, it's like a telephone pole type piece of pole left there to stand resolute as a memorial to whoever, until the earth finally reclaims it. I am a bit like that. I see man-made things more than anything. And I thought, wonder what that was. It's a piece of concrete up by the trig point, reinforced. I thought, wonder what that was. There's a piece of metal, sheet of metal, in one of the bogs over there. And I think, wonder what that was. See some red bricks or a brick. And I thought, wonder what that used to be part of. Just that type of mind. Anyway, I must get a wriggle on. This is crazy. A nice, impressive bit of land feature there. Really deep valley there, all cut out in the ice age, I dare to say. Looks like a digger down there, so it must be down towards that facility I keep on about. There's a marked off gate up there. I think that's the fence line for it there. So there we are. You can see some tracks around the side there. That's going to be animal tracks. I've fallen foul of those before. I've followed what I think is human tracks. They're not. They're bloody. You literally have got to be a mountain goat to get round them. Imagine how steep that is if you fell off the bloody side of that. So you live and learn. Anyway, that's my route up round there. And yeah, it's. I tell you what, I'm bloody enjoying it up here in the solitude of all this. It's not too hot because the evil sun is pretty much hazed out completely. Temperature's not too bad. And I haven't seen a bloody soul all day. Lovely. The route that keeps on giving. So I guess this is the supply for at the top there. Seems to go underground from here for some reason. Must have had their reasons. But it's all overhead there, look. About 50 metres, I guess, between poles. Spans of 50 metres. And it literally goes on all the way along that side of that valley, on that road I'd love to drive down. And all the way up the side there and off into the distance. So a hell of an effort to get the electrical supply up here. Amazing, really. So there we go. There we go. Bit of something. I sort of like the man-made features that are dotted around. Sort of, I don't know, I just do. Anyway, there's my shortcut there over the field and up to my trig point there. Looks to me as though this is some sort of place where they dug out some slate. Doesn't look particularly natural, that, to me. Like a crater, an alcove. There's a red brick down there. Like I said before, I wonder what that used to be part of, that red brick. But it's interesting to see the sort of natural formation of the slate, isn't it? Yeah. Look at that. Yeah, interesting stuff. Wow, look at this. This is new since last night. It's up here last night. This is new. Getting a bit dark, actually. Right, it's the Vintage Sports Car Club. Got my glasses on, but once again, the above club has been given permission by Natural Resources Wales to run their annual vintage car trial, first run in 1939 within their land. All competing cars were first made before 1930. The event is not based on speed and not run against the clock. We will be in this area of the forest between 11 and 1800 on Saturday the 14th of October. There you are, see, so it's not beyond the realms of possibility to get permission to drive around these things. So maybe I'll go through to Natural Resource Wales as the Vintage 104 Club, established 55 years ago in 1968, and it will be something of a run around with some black bags to pick up some rubbish. I can't see how they can possibly refuse. Don't get me wrong, mind, I'd be happy to trundle around these tracks and enjoy the scenery, but I'd certainly like to boot it around there as well. I don't know, in a old Mark 1 or Mark 2 Escort, RS2000, Capri, 2 litre Capri, 3 litre Capri, or even a 1.6 would do. Or even a Cortina Estate. I used to have a Cortina Estate, used to get the back out on that easy. Anyway, it would be rather nice, wouldn't it? But completely out the realms of possibility. But there we go. Anyway, this is the actual point here where I've just come out of there. And that's my usual route to the top. But today, that's where I went up. So this is the point of convergence. As one track on the way converges with the track on the way back, and two become one. Right, so folks, I'm back. It's 8:15. I think I left here about 2:30, 3 o'clock. So it's about 5 hours of walking. Not hyper steep stuff, but pretty arduous. And apart from my feet are a bit, not too bad. Knees held up quite well. I seem to be strengthening them somewhat, which has got to be good. So I fulfilled my obligation, so to speak, to do quite a lot of walking. So I'm here now for, this is what, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, check out 10 a.m. Sunday. So tonight I'm really pleased I prepared that curry last night. Got to warm that through, chuck in a microwave, say it again, a microwave pilau of rice, and job's a good one. Might even be enough for 2 nights actually. And then I got one ham hock left. That'll do for Saturday night. And I will get most of the things sorted out and tidied up and cleaned up because, say, checkout's 10 a.m. I don't like getting up early, so most of the stuff we packed away, cleaned up, and left ready to put in the car by the end of Saturday night. So there we are. I got a load of kit to sort out tomorrow. So really, it's not been a minute's piece, really. It's not, but having said that, it was always going to be a walking holiday. That's the whole idea behind it. But yeah, I'm going to crack on with that curry now, and hopefully I'll do a few more videos before I check out here. But it'll be ramping down now. I am going to set up a little base station tomorrow night, though, to see who I can get on the radio Friday and Saturday night. So keep an eye out for that, as I always say, on the other channel. Okay, I'll catch you whenever, really. Wow, I know all curries look like a pile of crap, really, but that lamb is absolutely sublime. Sublime. So I got my, okay, I haven't prepared the table very well, but I've got my zero alcohol wine there, which does actually go quite well with this. Microwave pilau rice, which actually is rather good, and that curry that I prepared. And I tell you what, that meat is strong enough to stand up to the madras, and it is absolutely melt in the mouth beautiful. Hello folks, right, no ill effects from yesterday. I've been mucking about here today, not doing a great deal to be honest, but mainly fighting with cards, memory cards, USB thumb drives and all sorts of things because my phone was full. So that's trying to decant a lot of the videos off. I'll probably end up losing the damn lot or something, or losing chunks of it. So if the video has looked a little bit disjointed, that's why. Anyway, it's now Friday. I'm away Sunday morning, so starting to get into the sort of dregs of the food now. So I'm gonna try and get a station on the air for making some contacts now for the next couple of nights. So we'll see how we get on with that. If I've had any joy, that will appear on UKCB TV. In the meantime, I'm doing a simple plate grub tonight. This is, it's not even taken out the box for transportation purposes. Doesn't look much, but it's an absolutely lovely ham hock. I did one down at Golden Cat. Absolutely lovely. They come from Lidl. Other supermarkets are available. And completely and utterly delicious. So I'm just going to boil that for 15 minutes. And I'm just going to do some noodles with it. These are quite spicy ones. What I'll do, I'll just make them up, drain off the water, dress them up on the plate. Actually, the water is quite a nice soup, makes a nice accompaniment. So rather than just eat it all sloppily, just drain it off into a cup, add that as like a spicy drink to go with it, and the noodles will be sort of dry on the plate, the ham hock presented next to it. So that's the plan there. Plan for the rest of the week now. I'm away Sunday morning. It's Friday night now. So apart from the radio stuff, tomorrow, you can't see it in shot. I've got a pile of stuff to sort out there. I've been meaning to sort out all the different bags, especially as we're moving into a different season now. So I'm going to do that tomorrow. Then generally blitz the place and really tidy it up, clean it up. And then I'll live in a very Spartan manner tomorrow night. And then once the radio's over on the evening, I'll pack that down and everything will be ready just to shove in the car first thing on Sunday. So that's the plan. So that's come to a rolling boil. I'm going to get my ham hock in and see where the evening takes me. Righto, last meal of the trip. All it is actually is meatballs. Beef, I think they're beef meatballs, maybe pork, I don't know. And pak choy. They don't look very nice, but they are absolutely delicious. So those, water, boiling water, add a stock cube, add the meatballs, bring it all to a nice boil, make sure they're cooked through, added some pak choy, and then for a couple of minutes I will just plonk these thick udon noodles on the top for about a minute or two, and that will be a nice hearty meal to finish off my 7-day stint in the cabin. Nice and hearty with the pak choy, lacking a bit of colour I would say, but unfortunately I forgot to pack the sweet chilli sauce. That would have gone nicely with that. I guarantee those meatballs will taste absolutely fantastic. Okay, sadly time to say goodbye to what's been my home for the last week. And yeah, I do like to leave it in a... Obviously there's going to be work for the people to do to prepare it for the next people, but I like to leave things in an orderly fashion. I know how hard it is to run a business. Not this type of business, but it's hard work no matter what type of business you try to run. So yeah, I've left all the kitchen, everything's wiped down, everything's put back where it should be, pretty much. Fridge emptied and cleaned, surfaces cleaned, all done. Recycling in the right place, general waste bagged up, double bagged. We'll put back, linen ready to change on the bed, everything pretty much ready for a titivation and for the next lucky people that get to stay here. So there we are, cleaned all in the bathroom and everything. So there we go. So it's been Well, I wouldn't say it certainly hasn't been a quiet week. It's been a week of experimentation with the solar stuff, some radio stuff. There's been a fair amount of hill walking. There's been some good cooking. Not a lot of drinking, I'm pleased to say. I did have a few whiskies, but I have to say I didn't enjoy them. I think finally I've broken my link with alcohol. I think my days, certainly most types of alcohol and copious amounts of alcohol, those days are gone. Let's call that a legacy of when I had to deal with lots of stress and worry. I'm not saying I'll never have a drink again, but I don't feel the need to use it as a support anymore. So yeah, in that respect, this rehab, if you want to call it that, and the one down at Golden Cap has done the job. So yeah, feeling pretty good. So my recommendation with alcohol, just don't buy it. It's not in the house. It doesn't get drunk. So there we are. Okay, so I shall wish you all the best, and we'll catch you on the next 104's Unplugged video. Cheers, everyone. Before I depart, back to maps as well, to hopefully save me from breaking down and weeping on the way home at the hands of Google Maps. And also I've got my old Garmin out as well, so hopefully between those and Google Maps I'll have a relatively stress-free journey home.